What is good, Carti people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam, dying hella lit after this new information that we have received from a leaked GQ magazine article that may be December's issue. It might actually already be released, and it's just only a print, not on the website, but we'll get into that and all the details very soon. So without further ado, Whole Lotta Red is Die Lit 2. Or at least in my opinion. We also have some cool information about Playboi Carti possibly becoming a fashion designer. Let's talk about it. Okay, so as I just mentioned, Playboi Carti might be becoming a fashion designer in the near future, so that's going to be at the very end of the video because it's not necessarily in regards to Whole Lotta Red entirely, but if you want that information, make sure to wait till the end. But to get into the actual story, as I mentioned in the intro, there is a new GQ magazine article that's apparently the December issue that leaked on the Playboi Carti subreddit. So whoever posted that originally, shout out to you. And if you want to go see all of the pictures of the surfaced article with all of its extravagant little flares, y'all can go check it out on my Twitter and Instagram, link in description. But regardless, if y'all hate me that much and don't want to check it out, it's cool. Essentially, Playboi Carti spoke out on a lot of different topics, but mostly in regards to Whole Lotta Red, of course, because that's been the album that we've been waiting on for 2-3 years. Not 3 years, but 2.5 years, I guess, at this point. So what else is there really to talk about? Carti's a rapper. He's supposed to make music, even though he might not be. He might be like, you know, sketching up his next Barbie doll design. Maybe he's gonna melt Barbie's face off and make Ken like a vampire and eat her flesh. We have no idea. He's playing with his dolls all goddamn day. I mean, even in the interview, he claimed that he's by himself all the time at his own crib. But to continue, he also spoke on his upbringing and how his career has gone up until this point and how he blew up with the self-titled mixtape. But more specifically, and something I wanted to take note of, was the genre of Whole Lotta Red will apparently be, quote, alternative and psyched out, which to me reminds me of Die Lit 2 and the R.I.P. vibe that was on the Die Lit album, wherein, if you recall, Die Lit was more of like an emo / punk Carti, and now Carti is like a vampire, but it's still very similar to emo / punk. Even the interviewer claims that while they were talking to Carti in person, he looked like a straight up anime goth chick with all the black attire, black nails, and then tight red dreads. Dude been soaking up all of Iggy's blood from her cooch and using it as his shampoo. But also, the interview asked Carti, of course, as any fan would, can we expect the full album to drop in 2020? And he said we'll see, which to me, again, basically means no, wherein he doesn't necessarily want to kill the vibe in anticipation for the album per usual. I mean, this is the same reason that after Academics outed the whole scheme, saying that the rollout was pretty much completely canceled this year because of coronavirus, that Richie South, the main producer, at least was for Whole Lotta Red back in like mid 2020, claiming that Academics was fake news, even though he's probably the most reputable source in the game, other than, of course, Bobbalam, you know what I'm saying? But for a little bit of bonus information for y'all that stayed, and as I mentioned in the intro about Playboi Carti possibly becoming a fashion designer in the future, a large portion of the article was obviously about fashion, as we just discussed, wherein in his career he's collaborated with different fashion icons, A$AP Rocky, Virgil Abloh. He's been walking runways at South by Southwest, participating as a model for Givenchy, among many other designer brands. But all in all, Carti just claimed that he wants to expand his career outside of just music. He wants to manage and sign artists, so whoever's rolling with him in the studio or around him, he's most likely wanting to sign that person. He's working with photographers, videographers, a lot of producers. I mean, we've already seen the Opium label and all the people that he has encompassed thus far, even though they're not really releasing that much music as of yet, like Ken Carson and Capo and Lil One, even though Lil One was supposed to drop Homicide, but that never dropped. But if you ask me, Carti is just trying to, you know, diversify his assets. If you think about it like a stock portfolio, Playboi Carti music probably isn't gonna hit forever. I know we all think, you know, we're gonna be listening to Carti when we're like 60 years old with our main crew smoking cigars and playing poker and shit, but nah, we ain't gonna be bumping R.I.P. while the wife is around cooking us some dino chicken nuggets. Matter of fact, we'll probably be listening to Whole Lotta Red because that's already a classic before it even drops, especially if it's gonna be that Die Lit 2 that we were talking about earlier with the R.I.P. JYP vibe. But as I was saying about the stock portfolio, Carti's probably not gonna be hitting forever. I mean, the quality of the music might be there, but the hype won't. So he's gonna sign other artists so he can get a bag off of them and pretty much increase his longevity in the game we're in. He doesn't necessarily even need to work in the studio. He just gets to pay other people and cut a check off them. As well as the fact is, if he starts his own brand like ASAP Rocky did with V-Lone, and I know he didn't necessarily start V-Lone, ASAP Bari did, but ASAP Bari is signed to ASAP in one way or another. Rocky is definitely getting some sort of check off that, but that's an even bigger bag than music. So Playboi Carti is going into a better realm, especially if it's the designer brands where the margins are hella high. Like they selling Birkin bags for like 10,000x profit. They probably got a dude in China making it for like $10 and selling it for 10 racks. In fact, there might already be evidence that Playboi Carti is designing his own clothes, at least custom pieces, not necessarily selling anything just yet. For in this GQ article on the side, it references one of the pictures and it states all of the apparel he's wearing, the exact designer and how much it costed. And at the very bottom it says his own shirt by Issey Miyake. Now I don't know a lot about clothes, but I'm pretty sure this means that Playboi Carti designed this shirt with Issey Miyake, as in like a little custom design. So he already getting his reps in for in a couple years when he actually drops that first designer brand and starts promoting it. And as with most people who own designer brands, like even Kanye and Virgil, like they all have executive producers and head designers that help them create the designs. It's not like Playboi Carti is gonna sit there and draw anything. Like dude probably doesn't even know how to use a pencil anymore after he lost the ability to speak English. Plus he got hella friends in the fashion industry already, like Matthew Williams, who, you know, helps him promote Whole Lotta Red and design the clothes that Carti modeled Givenchy for. So it's not like Carti has any lack of resources for this fashion industry that he's moving into very soon. And that's about it for the GQ article. It really wasn't that much of a write-up, it was mostly pictures. So again, if you want to check out all of the photos and explicitly read everything, go make sure to check out my Twitter and Instagram where I posted it all. And yeah, long live Whole Lotta Red, because that shit never dropping. Or I guess it's gonna die lit too. Yeah. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, turning into an anime goth chick so that Carti doesn't even see me when I walk by him. I'm gonna be camouflaged like shit. I'm gonna roll with the Red Tiger AUG as well, so I can just threaten him and tell him to give me a whole lot of red, or else I'm gonna shoot him with that silenced red dot attachment. Let me know in the comments if you think it's a good move for Playboi Carti to move into the designer fashion industry, and if you mess with the Die Lit 2 vibes of Whole Lotta Red that Carti is pretty much hinting at. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news, drama, and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description. Join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, Carti people. Know what I'm saying?